Hey everyone, this is Andy Melbuff, and in this video we're going to take a look at introducing Desmos Activity Builder to math teachers for the very first time. Those that have not experienced it will want to see some of the wonderful engagement and collaboration features involved with the activities and polygraphs. And so we're going to take a look at the platform, the home screen, and see how we can explore and find different activities. Now, the first thing we're going to want to do as I exit out of this particular tab I'm on is I want to go to a new tab. And I use Google Chrome, but this works on any browser. And the home page we want to use is teacher.desmos.com, as you can see highlighted in my browser window there. And so as this loads, this is the Desmos Activity Builder homepage. And you can see on the left-hand side a variety of menu options that extend down the screen. And so we're on the home screen. And on this home screen, they have featured collections, which involve multiple activities. And then they have featured activities themselves. So we can explore from there. We can also look at most popular. Here are a list of 30 popular activities that Activity Builder has for users in terms of frequency of use, etc. And further down this menu, we can manage classes. There's a wonderful way to connect activities and things we want students to do with Google Classroom, as well as getting links, etc. We can see activity history, things that we've done in the past, and we can explore collections that we've created, custom activities that we've created. And there are also featured collections if we want to be a little more specific. Maybe we want to explore linear functions or middle school geometry or quadratic functions. Those are all options for us. Now for teachers using this for the first time, I'm going to show you how we can initiate an activity for our students in the classroom. So I'm on the most popular page here, or the most popular menu item, and I'm going to choose land the plane. That's a very popular activity for middle school and Algebra 1 students. And as you can see on this activity homepage, Desmos created this activity. Other times you'll see the author of the activity here. It has an estimated time frame for the activity. You can see what types of devices it's recommended to work with. You can see the different languages it's available in. And as I scroll down a little bit further, you can see a preview of the screens. Now, this is a very short activity. It's only 7 screens long. And if we wanted to view those in detail, we can click on Student Preview, and we can navigate from this preview from screen to screen. Now, after you take a look at that, maybe you want to initiate this activity. Well, what we can do is go up here to the green button that says Assign, and we have different assign options. We can assign to our classes if we have synced with Google Classroom, and I'm going to show that in a subsequent video how to do that. But we can also get it going very quickly with a single session code. Now, we can choose how long this code will be active for. I'm going to just pick 1 year. Well, it says don't do that. So I'll pick just 2 weeks here, and then we can create an invitation code. And now, right here where I'm hovering, this is the new activities session information. New students can join until April of 2021. Right now, I have currently 0 students involved, and I can see the dashboard. Well, I'll get to that in just a second. What I want to do is go to these 3 dots, and I want to get a student link. Now, this particular screen that you're seeing right here is a login code for students. It's an invitation link for students. So for teachers in the classroom, they can simply put this on their projector, drag it over to a smart board. They can just put this code in Google Classroom if they wish, or they can share this invitation link with their students by copying this and pasting it in an LMS or wherever they want to put it. They can drag it over to the smart board, but once the students have this code, they can go to student.desmos.com, they can type in this code, and they are ready to go. So to show you very quickly from a student perspective what this might look like, I'm going to go ahead and copy this link here, and I'm going to go to a new browser tab, and I'm simply going to paste it in there. And here's what students would see. Here's their welcome screen. They'll be prompted to add a name. And now you can see that they're in the land the plane activity. And over here on the upper right, you can see that they are on slide number 1 out of 7. They can navigate through these slides, and they can go ahead and engage with the activity. In this particular activity, I'm just going to give you a quick preview. They're asked to land a plane safely, which means they want to move this plane, this ordered pair here, to a spot where it's going to hit the middle of the runway. Then they get some visual feedback. So here we can see that the plane does not land as precisely as we want. So the students can work on more precise ways to land this plane in the subsequent screens. And you can see as they advance that different features are added. Now they're being provided with a coordinate plane that they can use. And the idea is the students make corrections and adjustments and modifications to their thinking. Now, they're not asked to input anything here. This is just an exploratory type of activity. But you can see here that these are all connected screens. They're all connected around a central theme. And so they're asked to make adjustments here. And so right now, this particular plane would not be able to hit the runway. Students are asked to make an adjustment. So maybe they adjust the slope to be 1. That's not going to work either. They need a smaller slope. And when they submit, they get some interpretive or visual feedback there. So that's an example of what an activity might look like from the student perspective. I'm going to go back to the teacher screen. I'm going to close this dialog box here. And that's the individual activity from a student perspective. Now, teachers can view the dashboard, and we'll go into that in a little more detail later on. But teachers can see here all of the screens, and the individual students will populate a list on the left here, and you can see my name there as the student, and you can see individual pieces of feedback on each screen. Green check marks indicate that the student has successfully completed the screen, and X means that they have not done it correctly. And if there's a dash here, that just means there was simply no interaction, that the students didn't have to do anything that the teacher could view. So this particular screen showed, from a student perspective, this right here. That was that informational piece. So that teacher dashboard is very useful for looking at, a classroom set of kids, whether in person, synchronously, or out of school asynchronously, and seeing their particular progress. Now, I'm going to leave this activity, and there are a couple of ways we can get back to that home page. One particular thing we can do as a teacher is we can click on the activity link up here, which takes us back to the activity page. And we could also, let me go back into the activity, and I'll just show you here another button we can click. I can also click on this D right here, which is the Activity Builder homepage, and that will take me right back to this homepage. So we can search for activities based on maybe types of themes here. They call them collections in Activity Builder. And so if we're studying something on exponential functions, here are some different recommended activities for teachers to engage with their students with. Teachers can also search in this activity search bar up here. For example, if they're working with something with percents, they can start typing PER. Now, you'll see here that things populate this menu that start with PER. Now, we don't see anything with percents, and this is one of the, I think, weaknesses of the Activity Builder homepage is it's not ideal for searching for things. So if a teacher wants to find something with percents, I just suggest going to the internet. Type in something with Activity Builder and percents in it, or percentages, and just see what pops up here. And you can see here there are a variety of search results that show, this one's percent, it's titled percent, this one's titled battery percent, etc. And you can see a variety of these. And these are all individual activities that a teacher can click on and run if they'd like. This one's a little bit longer. Kurt Salisbury is wonderful at creating activities, so anything that he does, I would almost guarantee to be very meaningful. So that's just a quick introduction to new users of Activity Builder, how to get started in playing around with these activities and initiating them for their students.